What is up, everybody? My name is Logan Strong. Welcome to CTF Strong Talks Football. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys my Week 12 NFL predictions. There's not much to explain, so let's get right into it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. Well, all out of the way, let's get started. So coming off of Week 11, I ended up with a 10-4 record on the week. So my total record now is 106-62. Now, I think that's getting a lot better. I did slightly better than last week, the week before. So I think it's starting to improve a little bit. My record's looking good right now, so that's all that matters. And we actually have 6 teams on bye weeks this week. The Atlanta Falcons, Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, Jacksonville Jaguars, New Orleans Saints, and New York Jets. My analysis on all these teams on bye weeks is that the Bills absolutely deserve this. Like, they came up with a huge win against the Chiefs. They're sitting very pretty at 9-2. They're looking really good. And I'm not even just saying this because it's my team, but also the Saints deserve this bye week as a positive too, because they're on a 2-game winning streak with a new coach. We need to take this time to get our injuries a little bit settled, and we need to try to develop some more plays and some more schemes. So I think this is good. But for the rest of these teams, they need to take this bye week as an initiative to clear their heads, to soul search a little bit with this week off. Like the Bengals, Falcons, and Jets, like all 3 of these teams are struggling, especially the Jets. Like, I guess they're in their own tier, but mostly the Bengals and Falcons. Like, they need to soul search a little bit, try to figure out what's going wrong, try to figure out a couple injuries that have been going on, and try to find ways to win again, especially with the Falcons because they're closer to the playoffs than the Bengals are right now. And then with the Jets and the Jaguars, mostly the Jaguars, I think they're already checked out. They're just waiting for the season to end. The Jets players have actually said that they're checked out. Like, it's that bad over there. So, yep, I hope all these teams have good bye weeks, and we'll see them next week. So, the first game we got here is Thursday Night Football. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. I got the Steelers winning this one very convincingly, 28-10. Look, man, there's really nothing to say. The Browns suck. Their defense is solid, but they just get gassed every single game because their offense can't keep up with any team they face. And the Steelers just came up with a huge win against the Ravens last week, so they're going to be fiery hot right now. They're sitting 9-2 right now. Like, they're looking fantastic. My bad. They're 8-2. I forgot they had a bye week, but you know what I mean. They're 8-2. They're sitting pretty right now in the AFC, and they're not going to lose to the Browns here. I got the Steelers winning. Next game we got is the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears, and I got the Vikings winning this one 26-10. Like, I don't even know what to say about Chicago anymore. They look really bad right now, especially with, like, it's just surprising to say with that roster they have. But their offense is so dysfunctional. Their coaching is awful. Their defense is fantastic, but it gets gassed nowadays because their offense can't keep up. And then now they're about to face a team like the Vikings who have a very good offense, and then their defense is number 2 in the league. Like, the Bears are going to have a rough day. Next game we got is the Detroit Lions versus the Indianapolis Colts. I got the Lions winning this one 34-20. I think the Colts are going to score a little bit, and I think this game's going to be shockingly close to the first half. And then around the second half shows up, I think the Lions are going to start pulling their heads out of their ass and scoring a bunch, and it's going to lead to this score right here. Like, I don't have a doubt the Colts are going to score a little bit to keep up, but at the same time, the Lions are the best team in football right now. Their offense is unstoppable, and their defense is actually impressively good. So I got the Lions winning this one. Next game we got is the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. I got the Patriots upsetting the Dolphins here 23-20. I know the Dolphins have been playing solid ball the last 2 weeks, but at the same time, I think the Patriots are too. But they just keep coming short. And I think against a division rival, I think they're going to get it done here. Even though it's at Miami, I think Drake May is good enough to beat the Dolphins. Plus, I know the Patriots defense isn't anything completely special, but I know it's good enough to beat the Dolphins offense. Like, they're still good, but they're not as good as they used to be. Plus, I think Drake May can dice up the Dolphins defense because the Dolphins defense is terrible. But yeah, I got the Patriots winning this one, and I think Drake May is going to get a lot of flowers for this one. Next game we got is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New York Giants, and I got the Bucs winning this one 27-13. Things are not going good in New York right now. Like, Daniel Jones just got benched for Tommy DeVito. Most of their team's kind of checked out right now. And then the Bucs are still fighting for a playoff spot, so they're going to do anything to try to fight right now. And I do believe Mike Evans is expected to come back this week. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what the NFL was saying. So if Mike Evans comes back, that's just going to be worse for the Giants. And, yeah, let's hope the Giants don't do too bad this week, but it's not looking good. Next game we got is the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders, and yeah, not much to say. I got the Commanders winning very easily, 12-34. Like, I don't even know how many times Jerry Jones has to hear it to get it through his dumb old head, but the Cowboys suck. Their offense sucks. Their defense sucks. Their O-line sucks. Everything about that organization right now sucks. And their team, their coaching is doing nothing to fix it. Like, that's what they've done the last 3 years, but this one is their magnum opus. Like, the Cowboys are an absolute joke right now. Next game we got is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Carolina Panthers, and I got the Chiefs winning this one 28-10. Nothing really to explain here. The Panthers are one of the worst teams in football. I think their only touchdown is going to be in the fourth quarter, and I already know the Chiefs are going to play angry after that loss last week, their first loss. So the Panthers chose the wrong time to play the Chiefs. So, yeah, this one's going to be really, really rough. It's not going to be an entertaining game either. It's just going to be an ass beating. Next game we got is the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. I got the Texans winning this one 23-27. The Texans are such a weird team to me because, like, they have the talent to be good. But if you want to talk about a team that plays down to competition, they are one of the textbook definitions. C.J. Stroud has been incredibly disappointing this year. Joe Mixon has been carrying this offense. And their defense is a little bit, like, their run defense is good, but their pass defense is a little bit spotty. And plus, this is a divisional game. Like, even though the Titans have been struggling, I think they're going to keep this game extremely close. But I do think the Texans are a little bit better of a team. And also, since it's in Houston, I got the Texans winning this one barely. I'm not going to give any flowers to Houston. Like, they do not look that good right now. Next game we got is the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders, and I got the Broncos steamrolling the Raiders 34-16. It's actually crazy. I don't think I've ever taken the Broncos seriously ever since 2016 when Peyton Manning took them to the bowl. But they have been really good this year. Bo Nix has been developing extremely well. Their offense is actually pretty solid. Their defense is amazing. And also, it's going to be easier this week because the Raiders are terrible. Their offense is absolutely awful, same with their defense, and most of their team is already checked out. They're waiting for next year. And I'm sorry to say, I don't think Antonio Pierce is going to last as long. I don't think Antonio Pierce is going to last the whole year. I think he's either going to get fired by the end of this season or when the season is done. Like, he has not been a good coach this year, and it's sad because, like, the Raiders have been really struggling to find a head coach that will stay and that is good. So, yep, another rough game for the Raiders and to add on to their rough season. Next game we got is the San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. I think this should be a pretty decent game, but I got the Packers winning this one 24-26. No doubts the Niners will keep this game close, but they just can't be trusted anymore. Like, their offense is so spotty, and their defense is starting to come into the impression that they're actually terrible. And I am going to make the prediction that Jake Moody's going to miss a very critical kick here that would possibly won the Niners a game, but he missed it. So that's how the Niners are going to lose. That's my prediction. Plus, I think the Packers' offense is just a little better, even though they've been pretty inconsistent themselves. And I think their defense has shockingly been better, too. So I think the Packers are going to win this one in Lambeau. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, before I give you my prediction, Cardinals, I'm very impressed with you this season. You guys have been very good, and you guys have looked like a contender, like shocked, and you guys are number one in the NFC West. Like, you guys have been a very shockingly good team this year. But with all that said, I think the Seahawks are going to win this one 24-27. At this point, it feels like a little bit of an upset, too, because I did want to pick the Cardinals here, but it's in Seattle, and I think the Seahawks are going to win this one, and I think they're going to make it a little more interesting in the NFC West. I just see that happening. This is going to be an extremely entertaining game, and it's going to be a very close game, but I think the Seahawks are going to win by a field goal at the end. I think the Seahawks win. Next game, we got Sunday Night Football. We've got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Rams. I think the Eagles are going to win this game 23-20. Even though this is a close score showing, this game's going to be lousy. Like, the Eagles are going to play extremely sluggish, and I think the Rams are just not a good enough team to keep up with the Eagles. I think Saquon's going to have an amazing day against the Rams, but other than that, the Eagles are just going to look extremely sluggish, and they're going to barely win, and then Nick Sirianni's going to rub it in fans' faces, acting like he was the main reason why they won. And I hate to be that guy, but if the Rams keep struggling against games down the road, this is probably going to be one of those games where if they would have won, this would have helped them make the playoffs. But we're not going to get into that yet. Other than that, yeah, Eagles are going to win this one barely. And then the last game of the week, we've got Monday Night Football. It's the Baltimore Ravens at the Los Angeles Chargers. Shockingly good game, but I think the Ravens are going to win this one 37-28. I think this is going to be a really close game to start, and then the fourth quarter is going to roll in, and I think the Ravens are going to do what they do best, end the games off whenever they have possession. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a great day, and I think Zay Flowers is going to have a decent day as well. Well, I'm hoping. I got him in fantasy now. But I do think the Chargers have a good enough offense to keep up, especially with how terrible the Ravens' defense is. And I think the Chargers' defense is good enough to make some good moves on the Ravens' offense. But with that being said, I think the Ravens are a better team. I think they are in a better position right now. And I think it's more critical that the Ravens win this one. So I think the Ravens will win this one. And I think they will get a much-needed win after a loss against the Steelers last week. And there you guys have it. Those were my Week 12 NFL predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments on how your teams are going to do, and let me know your predictions on this week. I'd love to know. But with all that said, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. I'm Logan Sharon. I'll see you next time.